Yo Alec! Advanced Copywriting Strategies for Online Sales by Brian Yang. Is it good? Yeah, it's a good course. I wouldn't say it's for everyone though. The thing is, it's a copywriting course that really goes in depth in many aspects of copywriting, but at the same time it doesn't cover everything you'll need if you want to start on your own. So this course might be suited for you if you're a beginner, but I would advise following it alongside another course if you want to have everything you need to start as a copywriter. But that being said, I would not, however, say that it's not worth watching if you're a beginner, because first of all, this course is really well explained. You get a really good idea of what you need to write in a copy. You get a really good idea of how to write headlines, which is one of the most important thing in your copy. It's certainly what most of your audience, the part of your copy that the most people are going to read. So you really want to make sure that you get headlines right. And look, I've watched quite a couple copywriting courses, and this course certainly has the best section on writing headlines I've seen so far. So just for that, I think it's worth watching. Other than that, you get a lot of good tips and tools you can use, including templates to write stories that your customers are likely to relate to. You know, there are things we're wired to be to feel emotions for, like humans are wired to be happy when they see people that struggle and then find a way to get out of their struggle, and it's kind of like Game of Thrones. You know, you feel sorry for the dwarf, you feel sorry for the woman who is in a position of weakness but overcomes it, and it makes your connection and you're almost twice happier that Tyrion made it where he is, because, you know, he had trouble as a dwarf, and you relate to the fact that he had trouble. So this is one of the things that you can add to your stories, among many that Brian will teach you how to use in your copy. Well, by the way, I really like how the storytelling section is actually very simple yet very effective. It's easy to use. You get all the templates you need to write a simple story, and then you can expand it forward however you need to. But putting down the basics aspects you need for the story is pretty easy. And you'll notice if you watch this course that there are a few other sections which are really good. However, while there are a few really amazing sections, you'll also notice that this course is plagued by an overabundance of filler content. Yes, that's right. This is the reason why I am a little... why I won't, let's say, recommend it to everyone, because if for all the good things this course has, you'll have to watch about twice as much of content which isn't quite as good, which is annoying. What I mean by that is that you get really great tips, but at the same time you also get very simple tips which are so obvious you don't really need to watch them, but they're not clearly separated in the course structure. So you start a video, a section, and you know, it starts with really interesting stuff. You're completely engaged, you're learning, you feel like this is relevant to writing a good copy, and you feel like you're growing as a writer. But you start the next video in the section and you notice that, man, you've just watched it, and it's like, okay, sure, but either you already know it or you can't use it because it's like... And not only that, the other problem when it comes to unnecessary content is that you see, this course is 6 hours long, but it's not 6 hours of theory. It's a few hours of theory with a few hours of examples. I'm not against examples, but in this case, you'll notice that there are so many examples that it just becomes tedious. You know, especially when it comes to these two simple tips I talked about. If you get like 2 minutes of theory with 3 minutes of examples on approximately every video, and well, two things can happen. First of all, you can end up understanding very clearly the concepts in each video and be forced, well, you can skip them, but you'll still have 3 minutes of examples you don't need because you already understand it. But, or second, the tips aren't that useful, so getting many examples of it is just not relevant in the first place. So yes, this course is indeed 6 hours, but you'll probably end up skipping like 2 hours or so, unless you're a masochist. So, I also have issues with the course's structure. You'll notice quickly that, oftentimes you'll notice that the titles of the videos don't correspond with the content of the same video. However, they correspond with the content of the next video, while the titles of the next video correspond with the content of the first video. So, it's like they're switched up. And this wouldn't be much of a problem. However, you'll notice that this happens like 6 or 7 times throughout the course, which is actually ridiculous. It's like, how could they not notice? I mean, it would not have been a problem to me. However, I mean, if it had happened like once or twice, I can understand. But 6 or 7 times, it's just ridiculous. And it becomes even more problematic if you're like me and you like referencing some parts of courses you've already watched when you need them. Like, if I need to write a killer headline for one of my videos or articles, I'm gonna watch the headline sections of Brian Yang's course. Or if I want to know how to do some parts of SEO, I'm gonna watch some sections of my SEO course. And to refresh. However, the problem is that when your names of the videos don't match with the contents, it becomes very difficult to find the content you're looking for in the course. And if it becomes difficult to find the content you're looking for in the course, it means that you're having trouble to find the content you're looking for. And if you have trouble finding the content you're looking for, it means that the course isn't as useful as a reference material. It's like, let's say you have a dictionary. Let's say this Conan Cole of Atlantis is a dictionary, and you're looking for a word, let's say you're looking for the word library, and you look in the L section and you find library. Oh wow, library is not in the LI section, it's in the LF sections. You're like, what the fuck? This dictionary is not a useful reference because you can't find the words you're looking for where you'd expect to find them. If it's the same in your course and you can't find the videos you're looking for where you expect to find them, it's like a dictionary where the words aren't where they should. As a result, it's okay when you're first watching it if you're doing a full read-through of your dictionary, but if you're just trying to find the content you're looking for and extract it from the dictionary, well, this dictionary is useless, quite simply. And there's also another problem when it comes to the course's structure. It's, well, not exactly with the course's structure, but with the reference document that Brian Yang gives you to find yourself, to find the content you're looking for in his course. He gives you his course outline PDF, but the problem with the course outline PDF is that the names of the videos and the names of the content in the PDF do not correspond with the content in the course. So you can't use the PDF. It's like you get an index. It's like I'm using the index for built to sell and I'm putting it in my Conan Call dictionary. What? Even if you have an index, if it's not for the right content, you can't use it for call. It doesn't match. Well, that's what happens with Brian Yang's wonderful, well laid out PDF that is absolutely useless. Also, for beginners, it's good to know that even if you're a beginner, and this course is called Advanced Copywriting Strategies for Online Sales. Advanced Copywriting Strategies for Online Sales. You don't need to be scared off by this name, because even if you're a beginner, you'll have no problem following through it, just no problem at all. First of all, you'll notice that the content is very well explained, it's very simple, and when you do get into the more advanced part of the course, they're not at the beginning. And the beginning sections contain everything you need to learn about to fully understand the advanced sections. So you're never left at a point where you are like, what does this word mean? Well, I don't understand what he's saying. This never happens. You always have what you need when you need it to understand every section. So don't let the advanced in the name scare you off. This course is easy to follow, and it has things that are worth it for beginners and intermediates. So, is this course good? Yeah, it is. It has its problems, especially when it comes to filler content, but there is a lot of very valuable content and tools that you can find in here that I still use to this day in almost every one of my copywriting projects. And if you're willing to slog through all the filler content and if you're willing to look past the few structure problems, I think you're really gonna get something out of this course. I'd say it's worth it, especially when you notice that it's very cheap. Actually, you can get it for $10 to $20 or maybe $25 at most, depending on the day on Udemy. And even for $25, I'd say the content you find in here and the tools are definitely worth it. But remember, all of this is just my opinion from watching a ton of courses, and I'd have a little more to say, but you know, this is a YouTube video, and I'm really respectful of your time, and I don't want to keep talking forever and ever. I know you have a very busy day, but if you're interested in learning more about this course or other courses we've reviewed, I highly recommend you to check our website, which is called isthiscoursegood.com, where you can find reviews of tons of courses related to marketing and business. So if that's something that could interest you, link in the description. And as always, thank you for watching.